everybody, Malik Atala here. Today I'm going to be making a different kind of episode. This is not about Manson, but this is about love. Love, true love, and also Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I want to talk about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs because I think it's a beautiful story, and there's a lot of connotations that you can pick up, and a lot of things that teaches you more about life and how life moves and how time goes on and how everything will work out in God's hands for us that have faith. I think basically the Snow White was one of the most gorgeous, beautiful, women, and the queen was jealous of her, and that's why she had Snow White. She had the magic mirror on the wall, and she wanted to reassure that the queen was the most beautiful, but Snow White was more beautiful than her. So the queen wanted Snow White to be killed, and wanted her henchmen to do that for her, and she wanted the henchmen to bring back her heart in a box. So the henchmen couldn't kill Snow White because she was so beautiful. So the henchmen told her, run away far into the woods where nobody will find you. And she had this prince, Snow White, at the beginning of the movie, that charmed her, and she fell in love with him. So she goes off into the woods, and she's very scared at first, but then the animals, like the birds and the deers and the raccoons and squirrels, they all come out, and it's beautiful because they're on her side, guiding her through this terrible experience. So Snow White starts singing to the nature, all the animals, and the animals in return go and give her the cottage the Seven Dwarfs own. So she goes and she cleans the house. She does a bunch of things, tidies up the house with the animals, and the Seven Dwarfs, they're miners, and they go, hi ho, it's off to work we go, and they're just little men. And I think that most of them, like Dopey and Sleepy and Bashful and Grumpy and all of the dwarves, they're just really good characters. They represent the seven feelings that humans can get into, the seven emotions. So besides that, they go back to their house and find Snow White in the house, and Snow White cooks for them, she cleans for them, and they become friends. And they're so charmed by her that even Grumpy eventually comes around to liking Snow White. And they had a fun time at the house. Like, she cooked for them, and they were very smitten by her. And then the witch, the queen, had black magic. She had rituals. She had the magic mirror on the wall tell her Snow White is still alive. A pig's heart is what you're holding in your hand. She is still alive. So she goes down to the basement and makes a poisonous apple that she's planning to give to Snow White to end her life because of her jealousy. And this just shows that of how powerful jealousy is in this world, and sins, all the lustful emotions that people go through. I'm very grounded, and I think that everybody should be grateful for what they have. I know I'm blessed to have my family and my friends, and sometimes I do feel alone. We all feel alone. We all have things we go through that nobody really quite understands except ourselves. And I just think that tomorrow is a better day for us coming, and God has a plan. He'll give you what you deserve. If you put out energy that's negative, you'll probably get negative. If you put out positive energy and manifest positivity, it'll circle back around to you. So anyway, the queen goes and she makes the poisonous apple, the apple that is gonna put Snow White into an eternal sleep, and the only thing that can cure this eternal sleep is true love's first kiss. So anyway, the witch goes into the cottage while the seven dwarves, are mining again the following day, and the queen is in disguise. She has a wicked face. She has a old hag. She looks like an old hag to disguise herself, and she gives Snow White the apple and says, "Make one." She says to Snow White, "This is a wishing apple. Whatever wish that you have, this apple will make it come true." So she tricks Snow White into biting the apple, and she goes into the eternal sleep. And the seven dwarves, and plus all the squirrels and deers and everything, they come by her side, and they say that she was so beautiful they didn't want to put her in a coffin, so they put her in glass. And at the end, the prince comes and kisses Snow White on the lips, and they live happily ever after. I just relate to this story so much because I want to know about love. I want to know if it's true. I want to know if there's somebody out there for me. You know, I've been alone for a long time, and it's nothing wrong with that. You know, I'm a man, but I just think that one day I'll get what I deserve, good or bad. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.